Hey y'all, so today is November 26th and I am about to go look at a townhouse because I'm in the market and hopefully something comes of this. We will see. But yeah. So I went to go see a townhome today and I really like it. Everything seemingly at this point is pretty much working out to what I need it to be. Like, I was ready to move forward with everything while I was in there, but I just didn't want to feel like I was just like making a rush decision. Like, I just want to come home, think about it, and like I had nobody I could call to talk to about it at the moment. Nobody was available, so I'm like, I'm just gonna go home, think on it. I'm pretty sure I'm gonna fill out all the paperwork tonight, but I don't know what it is. I just needed to think about it. I want to talk to my mom about it real quick. The numbers are where I need them to be. I don't know. I just want to think about it. The lady was super nice that was helping me today. I don't know why I feel nervous. Like, I guess I know it's a big deal and a big purchase, so I think that's the part that's making me nervous about it. But it met all the things that I was needing it to meet. That part is really good. Like, I'm gonna pray on it. I'm gonna think about it. I prayed before I got there, or once I got there in the parking lot, like, God, if this is something that you would have for me, let everything be in alignment and let it all work out for my good. So far, everything is pointing in that direction, so that feels good. I'll just gotta think about it. As you guys probably know, like, buying a home is a big deal and it is pricey right now. Like, and if you are in the home search or have been in the home search, like, more power to you. I was in the home search a couple of, maybe like a year, a little bit over a year ago before I moved into this apartment. I was just not coming up on anything that I liked in the price range that I wanted. So I decided that it wasn't time for me to buy and that I would move into an apartment. But right now I feel like I could do, especially if all the things line up in the right way. I think it'll be the right time for me. So I think I'm gonna just move forward with everything. So today I am gonna put the money down to take it off the market so that it can be mine. I'm so excited. Like, this is happening way too fast. Like, excuse me, not too fast. This is happening faster than what I had anticipated or what I thought, because this is my second time around in the home buying process. The first time I was using NACA. I'll tell y'all about that at a later time, and I think I have some video clips. I'll do a whole little NACA video about that. But I used NACA the first time and it was a tedious process. But this time around, I just was like, I'm just looking at new construction. I had just been on Zillow and Redfin, just like looking and seeing what popped up. And new construction is pretty straightforward. I am not a realtor, so take what I say as a grain of salt, okay? I'm just telling you what I did. So yeah, I just was on there. I didn't have a realtor. I was like, I'm just gonna go check this townhome out. I liked it. I looked at everything. I'm pretty, in my opinion, pretty knowledgeable about the home buying process, so I knew what questions to ask. I think it would be beneficial probably to have a realtor if you don't have any experience in this and any knowledge, but I felt like I had a good amount of knowledge. I'm sure that as the process goes on, I'm gonna learn more, but up until where we are right now, I felt confident getting myself there. But the lady that I was working with at the site, she sent me all the paperwork, so I'm about to sit down, read through all those documents, and then sign, send them my money, and that house will be off the market. I'm so excited. I just finished all my paperwork and it was a lot of reading, like 12-page contract, and then there was like 3 things I had to read. I signed everything, I paid my money, so that house is mine. It is off the market. Oh my gosh. I'm just thankful and I'm blessed. I'm excited. I'm just so excited. So next is, we'll have a day where I go and put the sold sign on the plot. So excited. I can't believe it. Like, I don't know. I'm just thankful that I can just do this by myself. Like, get me emotional. There's a lot of people who want to buy homes and they can't afford it, or they're not like at a place where they can do that. And I know, like, in society, like, it's pushed that, like, oh, you buy your home when you get married. And it's like, as a single person, you can buy your home whenever you are ready. And I think that that is such a thing to celebrate, that you can do things without having to have a husband or a wife. You can just do those life goals. You don't have to have a partner to achieve those types of goals. And I'm glad that I haven't allowed society to dictate like these types of things for me. Yeah, I'm really happy about it, and I'm glad that I could do it by myself too, because that's just another thing to show like, hey, you can do things on your own. Like, you can do whatever you want. Even if I wanted to have a baby by myself, I could do that by myself. Like, I don't have to have, like, things don't have to be this like cookie cutter way. And not saying that I want to just go and, things can be how I want them to be. It is my life, and I have to live my life the way that I want to live my life, and I'm doing that through going and purchasing this home on my own as a single adult, and that's amazing. Also, I am 33 years old, and I know that sometimes people, as we get older in life, they make certain things, because you're doing it later in life, like that is not something to be celebrated. Don't allow people to diminish your accomplishments and the things that you are happy and excited about. Whether I bought the house at 33 or 63, it doesn't matter. It's still something to celebrate. So don't allow like people to make you feel like, oh, well, you're 30 something, so you should have already had a house. It doesn't mean that just because you're 25, it's a great celebration. It is a celebration to purchase a house at any age. It should always be a celebration, no matter when they happen. Engagement is the same. That's home ownership, and engagements are two things that people make like, if you aren't doing it early in life, it's like, what's wrong with you? But like, celebrate those things. And so I'm at a place in my life where I am not allowing society to dictate to me what is deemed worthy of me celebrating, and I am celebrating. I am so happy. I'm just thankful. I'm just so thankful. Okay, I don't know if I'm gonna include this in the vlog, but I'm just gonna talk about it because I want to document it right now. And it's very personal. But Saturday night when I got home from like Thanksgiving, I just was laying in my bed, and I was just praying to God, like just asking for guidance and like help me to see like the purpose in my life and like what's gonna happen next for me. And very clearly I heard him say, "Are you ready?" And I said, "Yeah." And he said, "Okay, I'm gonna blow your mind." And like, I heard it, I believe it, but I didn't know it was gonna happen the next day. It just goes to show like God always keeps his promises, and his timing. God always keeps his promises, and his timing is not our timing. Because like I said, I was trying to do this thing 2 years ago at this point. I think I was on my own timing, and it wasn't my time. And like, I was searching hard, like August of 2021, and I went all the way to June or May or June of 2022, and finally I was just like, I'm giving up on it. But it wasn't my time. And so just know that just because something isn't happening in the timing that you want, God's timing is always better than your timing. So yeah, in my head, like, I believed it, but I was thinking like, oh, that's gonna happen next year, or like, okay, let me get myself in order, like things are gonna change for me next year or in 2 years. Like, he was like, I'm gonna blow your mind. And the next day, like, I went and looked at that place. Everything just fell in line, like every single thing. They had even down to like the color options of the outside of the house. Like, you don't get to choose those in this process because it's a townhome, so they're already kind of laid out. And so she showed me mine, and she showed me the color options that were available. And she said, she was like, I like to play this game. She was like, it's just a game that I like to play. It doesn't mean anything. She was like, out of the color options, which ones do you like? And I said, there were 2 gray ones. And I said, either one of the gray ones I really love. So it was like a dark gray and a light gray, and a blue and a tan. And so I was like, well, I like the grays. I was like, either one of the grays could go, and then the blue, and then the tan. I was like, I really don't really care for the tan. So she said, okay, cool. She was like, that's just interesting. I just like to do that and see what people get. And so we go back into the model home, and she was like, I'm gonna tell you what color you got. And she pulls it out, and it's the gray. And like, it just shows like, this is God, and it's his timing, and yeah, it's everything. Okay, I'm gonna end this part right here. I just want to leave you with, pray, talk to God, and know that God's timing is always better than our timing. That's what you got to remember here. And I'm learning that for every aspect of my life, that God's timing is better than my timing. Today is December 3rd, and I am gonna go put the soul sign on my spot for my townhome. I'm really excited about that. I'm just doing like a no makeup look, like literally whatever's on my brush, I'm just rubbing on my face. Maybe I'll put a little bit of concealer just to brighten up just a little bit. Yeah, I'm gonna do that, and then everything else is gonna just stay the same. I'm really excited. Oh my gosh. My cousin is here with me, so she's gonna go take the pictures for me, vlog, record, all that good stuff. We're gonna do that, but before we go do that, we're gonna go get something to eat real quick. So I will take you guys along so we can go put the soul sticker on the spot. I feel like a little bit like, I don't know, nervous maybe. I don't know if that's the word. No, it's not nervous. Anxious. I don't know. I don't know what I feel yet. But anyways, I do know I'm excited about it. That's giving very minimal. I'll check back in with you. All right, y'all, I am on my way to go put the sticker on my spot, and I'm just excited. Like, I have a range of emotions, and the only thing I can always say is like, God's timing is God's timing, and I'm trying to lean into that and trust in that in every aspect of my life, because there ain't no better time than God's timing. Like, I told y'all I did NACA before, and that was a strenuous process, and it took a long time. And even once I got to the home buying part of NACA, things just weren't working out, and interest rates were not as high as they are now, but it was just like at every corner, like something wasn't working out. I put in a lot of offers on homes, they weren't working out. I was having a hard time finding new construction in the price range that I wanted, and then I did find a new construction in the price range that I wanted, and everything was going to go through, but then I backed out because it was going to be ready like in December of last year, and I wanted to be, it was already like May. Yeah, it was like May, and I had to wait till December, and I wasn't at a place right then where I wanted to wait, and it was just like everything was just saying like it just wasn't my time to do that right then. And so I just had made a decision that, you know what, I'm not gonna do this anymore, the house search. I am just going to go get an apartment, and I'll restart in 2024. That was the goal. And then what happened so that was 2022, 2023, which is current. I got my updated lease for this year, and I was like, oh, next year I gotta be out, because the way this rent is set up and how much it is, I just was like, I'm not gonna be paying that much for rent when it's more than or equal to a mortgage. And so I had told myself, like, I think I got that, like I signed the contract in August, I think. So in August I was like, you know what, next year by the end of my lease I am going to be moving. Like, I know it's going to happen. I'm going to start back on the home search in January. And so that's what I said I was going to do, and I was like just waiting around. I think back in the middle of September I had ran across a townhome that was kind of in the price range that I wanted. And so I was like, oh, let me go check those out. So I did go check those out, and I did all the paperwork for it and everything, but I didn't like how much the mortgage payment was going to be. So again, I backed out, and I was like, yeah, that's over my budget. Like, I don't mind having a mortgage payment, obviously, because I got to have somewhere to live, but I also don't want to have payments that I'm house poor, if you will, or like that I only have enough money to do the bare minimum, which is pay my mortgage and like pay all my bills and just have grocery money and not be able to do anything else. That's a no for me. Some people are comfortable with that, but I don't want to live like my life like that. So I was like, I'm not doing that. So after that, I just was like chilling on it. Literally Thanksgiving weekend, I'm just on Zillow, or I had saved these particular homes a while ago, but that weekend, I think it was Thanksgiving Day or the day after that, Friday, it just popped up, and I was like, oh, let me just go check these out and see what they talking about or what have you. So I did. I reached out and they called me, and since then, like, when I say the smoothest process, it is the smoothest process. And I can say that because I actually have something to compare it to. Like, I've been down this road before, so it's not like I think that this is how it is for everybody. I just think this is how it is for me because it's God's timing. Because it was not a smooth process with NACA and like everything else. In my case, my situation with NACA was pretty straightforward, but they just have like, oh, you got to prove for 3 months or 6 months that you can save this amount of money, even if you've already been doing it. So I had a very easy situation with NACA in comparison to other people. Like, I didn't have any debt I needed to pay off. Like, I didn't have anything. It was just like showing them that I could save the amount of money that they told me I needed to save for. I think I had to do it for 3 or 6 months, and I did that. And like managing the bank accounts, that was what I had to do with them. But even still, with my case being a simple situation, I still had a time. And it's just like, that just wasn't the way for me. And so, yeah. Anyways, I done blabbed my mouth for 5 minutes already just talking about stuff. I will pick y'all back up once we get to the location. Oh my gosh, y'all. I really bought a house. I can't believe it. I just put the soul sign on it. It's mine. It's happening. It's real. It's happening. Like, these are tears of joy, obviously, but oh my gosh, I really, it's real. It's real. It is happening. It's so real. Oh my gosh. And I did this all by myself. Like, I know people be like, we adults, this is stuff adults do, and I get that. However, in our generation, in this day and age, in this economy, people are not able to do some of the simplest things by themselves. As a single black female, I'm just so proud of myself. I'm proud that I can do this by myself. Like, it's such a big deal, and I'm gonna celebrate it. And if this is cringy to you, then get off my video. You can go find your own life and do your own thing. But I'm just happy that I'm able to do this. You don't have to. I'm just happy. I'm just happy. I'm just happy. I'm really happy. And when I think about where I was, shoot, a year ago, I'm just happy. When I think about where I was mentally a year ago, I'm just thankful for all the growth. I'm thankful for all the lessons. I'm thankful. I'm just so thankful. I'm so thankful. I'm just thankful. Just all I can say is I'm thankful. It's unbelievable. I don't know why I feel like it's unbelievable. Like, I just feel like it's unbelievable. But it's happening. I'm able to do this. And I'm doing it. I'm doing it. I'm doing it. I'm also practicing living in the now. Meaning, I already caught myself today, like while I was here, and I had to apologize to God because, so where I'm living, like there's townhomes and then there's single family homes, and I like put my soul sticker on. Me and my cousin was walking down the street or whatever, and I was like, my next house is gonna be like this, and I was like, God, I'm sorry. And she was like, what happened? And I was like, we can finish each other's sentences, and she started saying what I was thinking, and I said yes. And I said I need to celebrate the where I am now and being focused on that. And there's nothing wrong with what I'm saying, is there's nothing wrong with dreaming and wanting more, but also like, it's like, girl, you ain't even finished the foundation on this one and you already talk about the next one, which is it's fine. But also I need to live in the moment of what I prayed and asked God for before I'm like moving on to the next thing. And so that's something that I'm working on in general in my life, in every aspect of my life. Like, I'm not necessarily already looking for the new big job. I just got a new job in this year. So it's like focusing on where I am now in the present and being thankful for the blessings that I received from the things that I had already prayed for. And so with that being said, I'm just so thankful. This buying a home vlog, I don't even know what I'm gonna call it. I'm probably gonna be emotional the whole time. So if that's not your vibe, like, you might as well go ahead and pack it up and get on up out of here. But like I said, I'm just thankful. I'm blessed. I just sat here and sent like my little photos to like all the people that I knew that would be happy for me and proud of me, and I did that. So yeah, I'm gonna go because I just need to have my little cry it out moment, and these are tears of joy and tears of gratefulness. So I'm gonna let y'all go now while I sit here and wipe my eyes. But if it's something that you want and that you believe in, that you asking God for, it's gonna happen. It might not happen in your time, but it's gonna happen in God's time. And God's time is always better than our time. And also his time ain't like our time, meaning like 24 hours ain't 24 hours to God. You know what I'm saying? A day is not a day to God. So in God's timing, just know he will give you the desires of your heart. All right, this is where I am signing off, and I'll see y'all later. Bye.